Hello and a very warm welcome. You're watching Times Now with me, Priya Behel, and the story that we are going to be focusing on in this broadcast is the politics that is raging, the latest round of controversy over the presidential candidate posed by the NDA, that is Droupadi Murmu. Now, Congress leader Ajoy Kumar has sparked a massive controversy. He has said that Droupadi Murmu, who is NDA's presidential nominee, represents an evil philosophy. Let's listen into what he said first of all.
My thing is very simple. It's not about Droupadi Murmu. It's not individual at all. It's not comparing two candidates. Yashwant Sinha ji is also a very good candidate. Droupadi Murmu ji is also a decent person. But she represents a very evil philosophy of India. So we should not mistake Droupadi, we should not make Droupadi Murmu ji as a symbol of Adivasi. You had Mr. Kovind, the present president. You tell me Mr. Kovind was the president and Hathras has happened. Has he said a word? Continuous atrocities on scheduled castes is happening all over India. The condition of scheduled castes has become worse. So creating symbols and then, fooling the people of India is what the Modi government is about. So this is a fight for the soul of the nation, and all like-minded parties should vote for Mr. Yashwant Sinha.
Now, the BJP has taken a strong affront to these comments being made, questioning what really is the intention behind these remarks.
The Adivasi community is getting an opportunity to be the president of this country. They are once again undermining the entire community and insulting the Adivasi community. This is the Congress party that never gave the due to Bhagwan Birsa Munda, a tribal leader who had contributed immensely to the freedom struggle of India because they only wanted to pay obeisance to one family. This is the Congress party that has only, in the sake of Parivarvad, denied the rightful due to all other communities and especially to those people who belong to the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe community. This mindset of the Congress party is condemnable, and the Congress party should tell us that do they agree with this kind of terminology that has been used by Ajoy Kumar against a person who comes from the scheduled tribe community and who will become the first female tribal president from Odisha, that too. This is the mindset of the Congress.
It's very shameful and shocking for the Congress spokesperson to say our presidential candidate Droupadi Murmu's thinking is that of an evil person's thinking, and she reflects the evil thinking of this country. Only a person who doesn't understand the tribal and tribalism can say something like this. By saying this, he has not only insulted the tribals, but he has also insulted the very political party to which he belongs. But actually he's just reflecting on what the thinking of his political party is. For them, tribals are just a vote bank and they're looked down upon. So what he has said about the future president of India is highly regrettable, condemnable, and we ask for an apology on this issue.
Look, Adivasis are the real and indigenous philosophy of India. One should learn and study before commenting on them.
Now, Times Now spoke to Ajoy Kumar himself, trying to understand if there was any loophole in the interpretation that was being drawn by the opposition parties. Listen in to what he had to say in terms of explanation.
उनका जो कैंडिडेट है, जिस विचारधारा ने उनको खड़ा किया है, उस विचारधारा के खिलाफ लड़ाई है, और उस विचारधारा जो हमेशा ट्राइबल्स को दबाया है, उस विचारधारा जो एनडीए है, हमेशा ट्राइबल और शोषित समाज के लिए जो इन्होंने हमेशा जो एससी और एसटी के खिलाफ काम किया, क्या ये टिकट भी दे देंगे अगर चुनाव लड़ने के लिए, तो इनकी मजबूरी है। ये बात कैंडिडेट की नहीं है। आपकी जो विचारधारा है, हमेशा एसटी और एससी को जो आपने दबाया है, और ये सर्वविदित है, सबको मालूम है। अब आप बताइएगा कि अगर हम चुनाव इनके खिलाफ, द्रौपदी मुर्मू जी के खिलाफ वोट डालेंगे, तो ये द्रौपदी मुर्मू जी के खिलाफ डाल रहे हैं कि एनडीए के कैंडिडेट के खिलाफ डाल रहे हैं? इस विचारधारा के खिलाफ डाल रहे हैं ना। तो इसका मतलब है कि जो द्रौपदी मुर्मू जी के जितने भी विपक्ष के पार्टी जो चुनाव में जो उनके खिलाफ वोट डालेंगे, क्या वो एंटी ट्राइबल हो गए?
His comments were also reacted to upon by his party members. While some tried to distance themselves, there were others who came out in support.
Time and again, from various platforms, our senior leaders, including myself, had pointed out that we respect Droupadi Murmu ji as an individual. We respect the way she had grown in her life. We respect the tribal community, and we were the when we were in the power, we had announced a special sub-plans for the ST upliftment. Why Modi government had stopped that? So they have to answer the concrete questions. Don't divert the question.
Well, I can say that Amit Malviya or the BJP is at its best in manipulating things, in their maneuvering, and you all know that what all Mr. Ajoy Kumar said and how it is being in the sense that when we tweet something, when we refer something, the entire narrative has to be. Youth is looking towards politics, and if we enter into these unfair tactics just to defame somebody, that is not only giving a wrong lesson to the youth of this country and playing with the future of this country. Politics needs to be redefined.
Sharon now joins us for more details on this story. Sharon, not only did in his original statement, Ajoy Kumar said that Droupadi Murmu was representative of an evil philosophy. There were BJP who's questioning that he's insulted him. But even if one were to ignore all that and focus on the part where he calls her a representative of evil philosophy, even in his explanatory reaction, he does not seem to clarify what makes him think in terms of evidence. Why does he say so?
Well, Priya, though the Congress party or the opposition for that matter has not been saying in as many as these words that has been used by Congress Ajoy Kumar, but we have seen how there is in fact the same line that has been taken by the opposition party. If you remember the first day when Droupadi Murmu had nomination, we have seen the opposition party saying that this is a fight of the ideology, and she represents an ideology of hate, represents the ideology of RSS and BJP, and that is perhaps why the opposition parties are in fact against her. So, though not in the same words, but that is what the thinking of the opposition parties has also been. This is exactly what the BJP has been questioning. The BJP has been saying that this is not allowed, this is a disrespect to the tribal community itself, because she is someone who's representing the tribal community for the empowerment of tribal community. But such words like she is representing the evil philosophy is disrespecting the tribal community is what the BJP has been saying.
Right, just because she doesn't represent them and is not their candidate doesn't mean that one goes on to malign the other person, is what the BJP is saying. Thank you, Sharon, for joining us. We move on to another story of political rivalry, this coming in from Kerala, where political